think I used to have like 5 types of happiness. If I think kind of back into my 20s, maybe my early 30s, happiness, I had different flavors of happiness. The one that was most visible to me and that was really a driver was getting things done or achievements or things finished, because leading up to trying to kind of, whether it was getting a list or getting a qualification or getting something kind of achieved, there would be leading up to it kind of a degree of tension within inside of me. And when that thing was achieved or that list was done or that whatever that milestone for me, I would have that, yes, kind of like feeling of like, yeah, I nailed it. That's good. That feels really good. But the problem is that happiness didn't last so long. It wouldn't be very long before I kind of would be thinking about what next and what have I missed or what have I maybe forgotten. Another kind of happiness I would have that was sort of, I suppose, next up visible for me was the feeling of sort of, being out with friends or being at a really fun party or traveling or doing something that kind of felt like a really fun thing to do. And it was like a really nice, engaging happiness. I felt really excited to be there. I would have like, kind of new thoughts because it was a new environment, or I would really love being with my friends. So I'd have lots of affectionate thinking while I was with my friends. And that was really, really, that still is really lovely and gives me a lot of texture and sort of joy in my life. But there was another kind of happiness that was not at all visible to me at all until I started looking in the direction of how my thoughts and feelings worked inside of me. And that was a deeper, quieter happiness that started to happen more often when I stopped listening to all of the racing thoughts and all the thoughts about all the things. And I would get these occasional moments where I wasn't really thinking anything, and I wasn't achieving anything, and I wasn't doing anything exciting, yet I would feel really happy and content. And it has a whole nother flavor for me, that kind of happiness. It's much less personal, and it's not about things going my way or outside acknowledgement or someone saying I did a good job or doing something really, really exciting. It would be regardless of what was happening. And I've had some of these moments when I've been sitting on the couch, the dishes aren't done, nothing's particularly going well, and my mind will clear and I'll stop thinking all the things, and I'll have this really beautiful moment where even though all the things that normally make me happy, I feel a sort of beautiful perfection of just gratitude, of just being there. And it feels really, really lovely to have that be added to, the ways in which I can be happy. Because before, seeing that there was a different kind of happiness available, I was always looking to get that feeling of relief and satisfaction by excitement, by achievement, by being engaging and adventure and all of those things that I still love doing, but it's not, my happiness isn't conditional on that kind of stimulation or those kinds of events. I've got much more interested in this other kind of happiness that I realize is much more, in a way, underneath it all. So my mind, when it's not doing a huge amount of thinking and thinking about myself or my life or what's next, my head and my thoughts quieten down, and I feel connected to something that makes me feel very alive, very connected, and very at home. And it's amazing because often in these moments, the things I've thought I wanted were not in place. My preferences are not met. And that was a really big one for me to see, I thought happiness came through preference. Only eating the food I liked, having the weather I liked, being around the people that I had a preference for, and realizing actually some of my most deepest, happiest moments were when I would say in a clear, quiet, connected state of mind.